Hey, and welcome to the Inner Alchemy platform and the Inner Alchemy Mystery School. For those who don't know me, I'm Dr. John Michael Salvato. I created this platform, and it's been my privilege to be able to share that with folks that are either looking for a way to connect on our social network as basic level members, or who are looking to kind of advance their practice through participation in the courses that we have from this fall. There will be 10 faculty members from across the world, various different traditions and approaches to the magical workings and esoteric spirituality. So we're really excited to have you here. And I thought that the best thing we could do today, the 17th of August, is to show everybody around and let you see some of the features and benefits. There are always new things being added to the platform, but we'll show you around so that you kind of get a sense of navigation, you get a sense of some of the features that are around on the platform for you to be able to see. And so to do that, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so hopefully everybody can see the screen in front of you. I'll double check that when we go ahead and process this video. But this would be the login screen you'd see on your computer. Now, if you're logging in using our app, and we do have an app that's available for iOS and an app that's available for Android phones, your screen may look a little bit different. They're not going to see, for example, this navigation bar on the side. What you would see instead would be the three little bars, or what they call the hamburger icon at the top of the screen that brings the navigation menu down. So let me have a sip of coffee here. It's a little early for my meds. By the way, for those who don't know, I have young onset Parkinson's and seizure disorder. So my voice may fade in and out. There are some days that the meds work better than others. This happens to be one of those more challenging days. So when you log in, think of this almost the way that you would Facebook. This is the main portion of the platform. Your wall, if you want to call it that, your stream. So you're going to see posts on this page from various members in the platform. So everybody, whether you come in as a $9.99 a month basic member, or you come in as a spiritual seeker member at $59 a month, everybody has access to the social networking features. So we're going to talk about those first. So that means that you have a wall that you can post on. It means you also have a profile. We'll move my image out of here, and let's go to my profile. So if you haven't taken the time to do so, I'd recommend that you set up your profile page where, just like Facebook, you can choose a custom banner for the top. You choose your photograph. We really do appreciate those who take the time to put an actual photo of you there, so that we get a sense of the real person that we're dealing with. We do also understand, however, that some people live in parts of the world where it's not safe to be associated with esoteric spirituality. And so in those cases, we encourage you, use an avatar, use an image from Google search that you feel safe using. Then you can also, on your profile, put a little bit in here. I put, that I'm a naturopath, a social justice activist, an author, queer mystic, fatuquiero, a contemplative therapist, and my preferred pronouns are they and them. And then all the rest of this that you see here is actually created by the system itself. This tells you that in addition to the 30-some members that we brought to the platform, or 40-some members we brought to the platform initially, since we started the platform, I've brought 15 members. I've introduced 15 members to the platform. It'll tell you that I've made 558 posts. I was active 22 minutes ago on the platform, where I live. I can add interests here, which one day I promise I will actually get around to doing. I have 29 people following me, and I'm following 55. Then there's also an opportunity for you to give a little introduction, to tell us about yourself. And then here's a list of all of the courses I'm taking, all of the groups I'm involved in, and all of the topics that I'm involved with. So let me go ahead and close that. So now I could scroll through the timeline and interact with people that are in the community, just like Facebook. And if you want to start at the top of your page, there's always going to be this opportunity, just like social media, just like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, where you can make a post yourself. And we encourage you to do that, and to at least consider doing that once or twice a week, just to kind of keep yourself active. Now, the next, we're going to skip some of these other tabs up in the top for the moment. We're going to go down to topics, because a lot of times when you come on, particularly as a basic member, you're going to be looking for particular topics that are of interest to you. So you can see in our topical section, there's astrology and book recommendations and businesses and community live video discussions, which we'll talk about in a minute. Divination and tarot, Catholic conjure and folk magic, food recipes, herbal and botanical magic, hermeticism, introductions, LGBTQ spirituality, meditation, metaphysical studies, music share, mysticism and contemplative studies, new course offerings, new thought studies, occultism, personal development, product recommendations, psychic studies, spiritualism, video share, wellness and natural medicine, witchcraft, your blog posts, for those who have blogs, and everything else, and then humor. So those are the topics that exist right now. We're always adding new topics there, but it would be an opportunity for you to, for example, click on that, and then the system will parse all of the articles that have been posted with that particular tag. It's a great way to get to know some of the other folks on the platform. The next tab in the menu is events. And if we click on events, now there are no events that are currently set up in the moment. So we're going to look at past events. And that will go ahead and populate this page with some of the events that we've had. So when you're a basic level member, you have access to a once a month class that is that occasionally we do twice a month, but usually it's a once a month class that is called our live video discussion, or our live community video discussion, something like that. I think I change it every time I set up the event. But the live community video workshop this particular month, for this month, was working with the old ones. So if we click on this event, that is open to all members. $9.99 members and $59.99 members are able to participate in this event. So if I click on the event, it's going to pull up an event page. There will always be a Zoom meeting link on there. You click on that link at whatever time. So this was Sunday, August 15th at 8 o'clock. So you click on that link, it'll take you into Zoom. There's some information about it. We always recommend that you read the information, and then you'll see who's attending. And there's an opportunity before the event for folks to post comments there. I do not, it's very important to note, I don't post the video recording of that event on this page when it's over. I know some people do that on other social media platforms. Here we don't, and I'll show you why, but I'll show you how to find those recordings if you'd like to see some of our past live community events, and there are quite a few. But let's go back. And so if you are, if we look here, you'll see at the bottom, this where it says Beyond Stregoneria Prep Course. This particular event was solely for the people who are participating in that course. So if you're a $9.99 member, you can't participate in that course because you don't have access to the courses. So you wouldn't be able to participate in that event. I'm not even sure that it would show up for you if you're not enrolled in that course. And we'll talk about the what shows up for you in a couple minutes as well. Then there are, see, here was our last live community discussion in July. That was on the 26th. Then you could see there was a tarot class, a live class, a breakout discussion group, classes for our coaching certification, advanced ancestral workshop. So depending on what groups or classes you're part of, you'll see those events show up. And when they're coming up, they'll show up in the upcoming events. And all of you will start to see some of those appear in the next week or so, as I start to add the events for the end of August and the beginning of September. Interests, some of our members have been much better than me at typing what some of their interests are. This is a newer feature, so there aren't very many people who've used it yet. You'll see some of the interests show up here. Again, it's a great way to be able to expand your network of friends. I will say that if you're watching this video, whether you are a basic member or a spiritual seeker member, I encourage you to please follow me. And we'll show you again how you do that, but also follow all of the faculty members and the people that you connect with on the platform. So if we go back to the home page and we click on members, and you can either do the top members, which is the most active members, or you can switch to near you, or the newest members, or hosts, which are the faculty members, ambassadors, or online now. That will give you an opportunity. Like if we click on online now, we're going to see that quite a few of our members are online. You would be able to come to those by, hover over those people's profiles, and then you can here, if you weren't following them, it would say, we'll just do this for a second. It'll show up as follows. So then you click following, and you then follow that person. And if you're not sure, just hover over their name. I can't follow myself, but hover over their name. And if following shows up in this bottom corner, you know that you're following that person. Please do that with all of the faculty. You can click on hosts and you'll see all of the faculty members in here. Make sure you are following them and they will follow you back. Now let's go down to groups. Now, if you're a basic level member, this is one of the most important things that will show up for you. Basic level members have access to, excuse me, to all public groups. So some groups are not public, some groups are some groups are premium or secret. And so those groups may not show up in your list depending on the particular group. But all of the groups that show up in this list right now are groups that are available to you, except the ones that say private, like our faculty group, of course, or secret groups that are specific groups of people. They're usually breakout groups. But you've got a book club, you've got the Real Housewives of Stegel Maria, you've got Christian Folk-Magick and Mysticism, Identity Politics and Magic, Western Astrology Discussion. Each one of the instructors also has a group, and I highly recommend that you join those groups. Excuse me. And then let's see, more instructors groups. Live, so there's two groups here that are of particular interest, or actually three. One is the Virtual Ancestor Altar group. That is a kind of a sacred space we've created within the platform that gives you an opportunity to post photos of your ancestors so that we can create a community ancestral altar where we honor the ancestors of everyone in the community of our entire tribe. And it's really a beautiful place to share stories. Then there is the brew. If we click on that group. Now this group is just getting started because the new season for the brew, which is a podcast that we do on a weekly basis, all of the broadcasts of the brew will show up in here, and you as members of the community will have the opportunity to participate when the broadcasts are being filmed live. That means you can ask questions during our actual broadcast. So there'll be a link in here. It's a YouTube live link You'll just click on it. It'll take you into YouTube, and you'll have the opportunity to be able to participate. There'll be a YouTube live link or a Facebook live link. You'll be able to participate fully in the discussion, so you can ask questions of our guests and our panels. You can make comments, and then all of that then gets processed after the show is showed live. So you get to see it first, and then it goes to the podcast once it's fully produced, and then it'll go on our public Facebook groups as well. So the Brew is a group that I think is really going to become very popular. Another really popular group within the platform is our live community discussion archive. This is where all of the classes that are available to the entire community, whether they're basic members or spiritual seeker level members, these are where all of the archived materials are. So you see here at the top of the page, the newest will show up by default. The newest will show first. This is the live class that happened on Sunday night. So you can watch that, and we encourage you when you're watching it to comment, ask questions in the comment section below that. We do monitor that, and I will always try, as will the other faculty members, to answer your questions there. And there's a lot of interaction between members in the community because we're a tribe, we're a community. Here we have a class that was done on, let me see. I don't see what the date is on this, but there was a class that we posted on trauma response and its impact on our spiritual path. So I shared that in here. There was a class on June 28th. That's there. So all of these live classes, live discussions, and sometimes the class is just an open forum where you can talk about anything. Those will all be archived in this area. And if you have a slower computer or a slower internet connection, give your computer a few minutes to continue downloading, because when you get to the end of the list, it does continue adding new content. So you can see these live discussions began on March 1st of 2021. And so I encourage you to do that. Now, the way that you join a group is you just go to groups, and if you're not already a member of the group, we'll see if there's one that I'm not a member of. I pretty much join every group. Let me see. Yeah. I've pretty much joined almost every group. But if there'll be a link here, and you can actually join the group. You could view the group or join the group. And that is for those who are members at the basic $9.99 level. That is what you get in that $9.99 package. The ability to interact with everybody, the ability to participate in particularly those 3 important groups, and to connect with the faculty members in their groups, to always have a sense of what's going on, and some of the special topic discussion groups as well. Now, courses are available only to those members who are spiritual seeker level members. Now, if you're a $9.99 member and you decide that you would like to become a full member and have unlimited access to the courses, because that's what the big features that you get as a full member is that you have unlimited access to all of these courses from all 10 of our faculty members, with new content added by every single faculty member every month. So that's a minimum of 10 new classes that you have access to every single month. And you also have the ability to create your own groups. So if you want to host a group around a particular topic, premium members are able to do that. If you want to participate in some of the private groups, you're able to do that as premium members. If you would like to, down the road in the new year, you're going to have access to a directory, a members directory, where you can actually tell people about the services or products or whatever that you particularly sell, your business. You can promote your business there. And then there are always new benefits and features added on a monthly basis. So right now in the courses, you'll see we have our Beyond Strigonaria Advanced Practice. We have our Strigonaria 101 course, the course that actually made this entire platform possible. The Beyond Strigonaria Prep course, this is the required course for those taking the advanced course. We have a course coming up in September on meditation and mindfulness, a course on Folk-Magick, the Devil and Sovereignty. We have a course on tarot voyages, tarot and cartomancy, introduction to plant ancestry, kitchen witchery, nourishing traditions. We have a short course, like a month-long mini retreat called 30 Aspects of the Divine Feminine, meant to be taken one a day. We have the Afro-Latino Magic and Spirituality course, the Saxon's 9 Heroic Herbs mini course. We have Witch Talks, and Witch Talks is a course that actually serves as an archive. We'll come back to in just a minute so that you can see what courses look like on the inside. But it serves as an archive for all of our previous broadcast programs. Not the live community discussions, but the ones that took place outside this platform. There's a course on the Kabbalion coming this fall. There will be a course on Pharmakeia, a course on mythology and narrative and magic. We have a coaching certification course that is not included in the $59.99 membership. That is now a course that is a paid course. That's a premium course. You have to pay an additional tuition for the certification and the internship. And then there are legacy courses for people who who have previously taken a class and they want to be able to go back and re-audit that course. So there may be some legacy courses in there. So you could see there are so many courses. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 courses that premium level members have access to. That's 16 classes each month that you'll have access to, with the exception of the Beyond Strigonaria course, which actually has 2 classes each month. So you literally have 17 classes that you're able to participate in. Now, we don't recommend that you take all 16 at once or all 17 at once. We recommend that you take 1 or 2. And then when you complete that course, you go on and take another one. And if you find that a course is not a good fit for you, then you could just switch and rotate through them. Maybe there's a course that you only want to take at a slower pace because you really want to absorb it. Those courses can be taken at a slower pace. All of our courses are designed so that you can take, with the exception of our plant ancestry, introduction to plant ancestry, they're designed so that you can only take 1 module per month. Now, the plant ancestry course by Andrea Savar is a little different because each month she talks about a particular plant that in the Northern Hemisphere is growing that particular month. And so you could start on whatever month in the year. You don't have to start with module 1. You may start with module 7 or module 8 in August, so that over the course of a year, you get to work with the plants that are in season at that particular time and have particular relevance to that particular time of year. And so we've designed them so that you can really only access 1 module in each course per month, so that you're actually getting the benefit of working with the materials. We don't want people flying through the material and then, just like having a bookcase full of metaphysical books that you've never read or that you've breezed through but never really applied. We want you to get real value out of this. And so the way that we do that is by making sure that you're going to spend time in the courses working with them appropriately. So other features that are in the group, and then we're going to come back to what these courses look like on the inside, is you have up at the top, you have a chat thing that's very similar to Facebook Messenger. You have notifications. Some folks turn their notifications off. That is a personal choice. When your notifications are turned off, though, I will say you miss out on a lot of announcements about classes and about events that are happening. So if you've turned off your notifications, then make sure you log into the platform and log in frequently. So I'm going to show you two of the courses. This is the Witch Talks course. Now yours will look a very slightly bit different than mine because this is my course. And so I have this button at the top that says Manage. Within each one of the courses, though, you'll see in bold, you'll see the sections for those particular courses. In regular font, you'll see the different modules or the lessons underneath them. So we would say in this particular course, there's the Brew, Queer Spirituality and Culture. And then there are a bunch of lessons underneath that topic. Then there's Masca and the Mystic, a bunch of lessons under that topic. Magic, Medicine, and Mysticism, a bunch of lessons under that topic. There's also an activity feed. The activity feed is like a mini version of Facebook, but specific to that course. So if students are discussing the material that they just saw on this week or last week's lesson, that may often appear in the activity feed. Usually it'll appear right underneath that particular lesson, but you may have a more general thing you want to share, or one of the faculty members may want to tell you, hey, there's going to be a special class on such a time. That's going to show up in your activity feed. Then there are, you can see the members that are in a particular course. And this will show you all the people that have subscribed to that course. So you can, again, connect with those people, highlight their name, see if you're following them, make sure that you're following them. And then there's the About section, which will be where the page you get to see what the course is all about. And you can also put your phone number in if you don't have the app and you're on a particular course, put your phone number in at the bottom, click Text Me the app, and the system will send you a link to install the app. So one other little section I'm going to show you, and that is we'll go into one of the other courses. Here we go. So in a traditional course, it looks just like what I showed you in Witch Talks. You'll see the principle of mentalism, lesson 1. There's an overview, of course, background information, the principle of mentalism. And then if you click on that topics or on that lesson, there's an opportunity to watch the video for that particular course. And then if there were a live discussion, as there was, you can then click on live discussion and click on the live discussion for that particular module. If there's, let's find one that there wasn't a live discussion for. So you would watch the video here. When you're done, where it says add a lesson, you'll have a button that says completed. And that'll keep track of where you've been in the particular courses. So I think that's pretty much all of the relevant information for navigating the course on an individual level. But there are a couple other features that we've put in that I think are kind of fun. One is discovery, and that will give you an opportunity, if you click on discovery, to see some of the most popular posts in recent weeks. We don't have the members near you feature turned on yet. I'm still working on that. Again, this is a great place to see all of the topics, the most active members. We have not started to do featured posts yet. That is coming this fall. Any upcoming events will show up here. The most active groups will show up here. And the top courses will show up right at the bottom of that page. So you have an opportunity to see where the majority of people are going, what courses they're taking, where they're the most active. And again, the very best way to kind of get a handle for this is just to have fun, just dig around and poke around. Make sure that you're following me and the other faculty members at the very minimum, but connect with some of the folks that are members of this community, because they are some of the most amazing people that I've ever had the privilege of working with. And I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share. Most importantly, if you have trouble finding anything, if you're trying to participate in a particular course and you, and you can't find it, send me a message. So you can do that by going to the top right-hand corner, using the message button, and send me a message there. The instant messenger is not used for asking questions about courses. You ask those questions inside the course themselves. They're not used for asking questions about a particular broadcast. That again takes place there. And I do ask that folks refrain from sending me emails unless it's part of a particular course itself where I ask you to send me an email. Just because I may not see your emails where we paid all this money for this platform so that you can send me messages in this platform, and that shows up on my app. So I know that somebody is asking me for assistance or help or wants to send me a message about something. Also, by participating in the faculty members groups, you'll see that many of our faculty members do private coaching, counseling, pastoral counseling, and things like that. You could participate in and take advantage of those services as well, regardless of your membership level. So that's why that's available to everyone. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I want to thank each and every one of you who've just joined, and encourage you to share this with other people as well, because that helps us get the word out. I mean, I don't know of any other platform in the metaphysical and occult space, the magical space, where people can get involved in a private social network for $9.99 a month, but can have access to more than 50 hours a month of great content for for as little as $59. I mean, I think that's about the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks every day, and you're getting access to more than 10 courses that you could take on a monthly basis, more than 10 hours of brand new content on a monthly basis. So I think it's a great opportunity for us to share something of value in our community outside of the noise of the social networking space, and outside of the noise of the neo-pagan space, because there is no gatekeeping here. There is no imposition of religious inculcation or hierarchy or any of those things that so many people find off-putting. So we like to think of this as kind of the adult table, where folks can come together and celebrate the diversity of our many practices, our many paths, our many expressions of magic, our expressions of gender, our expressions of sexuality, our expressions of spirituality, in a space that's safe and loving and respecting of one another. And the more you poke around, the more you watch some of the broadcasts, you don't have to take my word for it. I think you'll actually see it as well. And we're far from being super serious. This is not a place, this is not church. You'll find that we are as irreverent and fun-loving, and we spend as much time laughing as we do studying here, as much time lifting one another up as we do putting our arms around one another when we're in need. It's really an amazing space, and I'm privileged to be able to share this with all of you. Hope this video has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.